I think it's fair to say that the majority of the positive comments I receive are actually aimed towards the dog. But one compliment that I've sometimes received is how natural these videos feel. That it feels like we're just having a face-to-face conversation. And I've always put that down to the way that I prepare for my videos, because I am far too unhinged to just set up a camera, start recording with no clue what I'm actually going to say. Because I will no sooner say something that I'll then change my mind and think of a better way to say it. So once I've got a topic for a video in mind, I will spend some time brainstorming it by basically talking out loud to myself. Usually when I'm in the middle of doing something else, like work around the house or I'm driving in the car alone. But thanks to the wonders of Bluetooth, it looks like I'm on the phone rather than having a breakdown. But the problem that I still sometimes face is that I'm then trying to remember all of these things, and I will inevitably make some mistakes along the way. I'll trip over my own words, or I'll make a statement that I then later realise isn't actually correct, but by that point I'm in the middle of editing. And trying to cut out and piece those bits together can sometimes make a video feel a bit disjointed. And in the past, some people have suggested that I get a teleprompter and then write out a script. But I've always been hesitant about that because I felt that a teleprompter would take away that conversation feel and make it seem more like I was just reading to you. Well, you tell me if that's the case, because this entire video so far has actually been shot with a teleprompter. You see, a few weeks ago I was contacted by Pergear to see if I wanted to test out the T3 teleprompter by Desview. So I figured I'd give it a go and see how much of a difference it actually made to my video production. The answer is quite a bit. It's a simple enough piece of kit to set up. Honestly, I have seen some teleprompters that look like they need a PhD in structural engineering to piece the damn things together. This one, however, is a one-piece plastic housing with a clear PVC front. There's a screw-on holder for the front that can hold a phone or up to an 11-inch tablet. You can then use another phone holder on the back if you want to record on a phone whilst using the prompter, or you can attach the prompter straight to the front of your camera lens like I currently have, provided your lens has a screw filter size between 49 and 82 millimeters. You just mount the appropriate filter disc, of which they're all provided, onto the front of your lens, and then the prompter slides over the top of it. There are then two cold shoe mounts on the top that can hold accessories that you would normally put on your camera but would otherwise be blocked by the teleprompter, like lights or a microphone. And having the teleprompter on doesn't seem to impact on image quality apart from maybe a slight drop in contrast, but nothing that's particularly noticeable. Then in terms of script and controls, there's a Desview app which you install onto your device, which you can then load scripts onto. You can either type them out directly into the app or you can just copy and paste them. And it also allows you to save scripts and go back to edit them later, which I have found to be very handy. There is then a Bluetooth remote which connects to your device and allows you to control the script scrolling. You can speed up the script speed, you can slow it down, you can pause it altogether, or you can jump forwards or backwards by pages. The remote itself is very responsive, but I do have a couple of minor niggles with it. So I sometimes find myself pushing the wrong button and I'll end up jumping a page when I just want to adjust the speed, or I end up going one way when I actually want to go the other. Now, this is certainly not a deal breaker, you do quickly acclimatise to it. The other niggle I've got though is the scroll speed options. I really wish there was more because it seems my natural talking pace falls right in between two of the speed options. One speed is just a little bit too slow and I find myself having to wait for the text to appear, and the next speed up is just a fraction too fast and I can't keep up with it. So I'm finding that I'm having to constantly fluctuate the speed back and forth throughout the video in order to try and keep the right part of the script in view. But they're only minor niggles, and overall I think this is a fantastic piece of kit for anyone who struggles remembering what they're going to say in front of a camera. Now, I was concerned that this would impact on my presentation of videos, but I don't think that that's been the case. Although, feel free to let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. Now, I wasn't convinced either that a prompter would really speed up the production time because I figured whatever I saved in having less editing and slightly quicker shooting, I would basically lose in having to spend time writing a script. Now, while a script does take a little bit of time to write, I'm actually finding that my time in front of camera is about half what it was beforehand, and editing is so much faster. Because I'm making less mistakes, I've got less stuff to cut out and less stuff to try and piece back together. So, for anyone interested in this, it's currently listed on Pergear's website for $120. I will leave a link to it in the description down below. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. As always, if you have any questions or queries, feel free to leave them in the comment section. While you're down there, if you enjoyed this video and you haven't already done so, then please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons to help support the channel out, and hopefully, we'll see you in the next video.